are the pros and cons of a duplex as an investment? That's the question. And the biggest pro is cash flow. So that you get two incomes, even though they're smaller properties, two incomes. Normally you'll find an area has a base price to rent, regardless of, bedrooms, bathrooms, quality, quantity, that kind of stuff. Like, it's all just a certain amount to get into the market and then goes up from there depending on, sort of size and amenities and those kinds of things. Lower the median rental income, but two of them. So more cash flow coming from them. Less expenses in terms of you don't have, like, if you bought two individual properties, you'd have all the rates and sort of costs associated with owning and also the buying costs and all that kind of stuff with two properties. In this case, you get that with one. So cash flow is the biggest benefit. The biggest sort of, I guess, con is the not lack of growth, but less capital growth. So capital growth is driven by homeowners who emotionally buy properties to live in. So having a duplex rented is obviously an investment play, and the next buyer is probably going to be an investor as well. So they're working on numbers, and their numbers often work on returns. So what that rental income is. So if the rental does well, the rental income increases over time, the price increases. If it doesn't, it kind of sits around the same spot. So it's not the fact that you're not going to get no growth, it's just that you're going to get more cash flow than you do growth. So going into that, knowing that, and that'll just depend where you're at in your journey and what you're looking for. In my opinion though, you can buy a good duplex and a not so good duplex. So the difference is kind of with a lot of properties is the new stuff. If you're buying a new duplex build, paying the developer's premium, the builder's profit, also any marketing costs, if you're getting recommended the product by a professional that takes, anywhere up to 10% or even sometimes more than the cost of the build. So those things inflate the price of the purchase. Rent's sometimes a little bit higher because it's brand new and shiny, but 12 months in it kind of settles back to the norm. I like the older stuff. I always like the older stuff. Bigger land sizes, bigger builds, better quality builds back in the day, better materials, longer build times, more caution taken, and established areas. So established areas that aren't getting a lot more duplexes built around them, or even homes or any other options. In the newer places, obviously you have the supply issue with more properties coming to the market over time. And then why would someone buy your 5-year-old duplex when they can build a new one 5 minutes down the road and get it, brand spanking new? So they're the things that sort of consider. It's more cash flow, less growth. Established is usually a better benefit. It's had the depreciation already. The newer stuff, you can get the depreciation, but that's just the government paying you to lose money on the build. When our land appreciates, buildings depreciate. So the bigger land component you can have, the better off you'll be. And enjoy the cash flow.